Hey guys, it's AK. We are back with some more Space Engineers. So, as you can see, Patchwork Engine is hovering above the ship that we were constructing last episode. You'll also notice that the roof is now missing. So the roof is now missing because I wanted to make a design change. And not because of concerns of thrust power, but I wanted to make the back end look a little better. And this room was one block taller, and I just realized it's not enough space. It needs to be taller. So, we're going to grant that wish. So, first and foremost, I wanted to make this design change. I wanted to make it have another engine. And I already had some of the components on me because I was like testing to see how tall it would have to be. So I'm making sure I get those out of my inventory. So, let's go 3. And 3. Now, we're going to start by just, like, arcing it. Mistakes were made there. We're going to start by arcing it up. As you can see, the building repair system is obviously doing its work while I'm trying to get this constructed. And let's do this. So now it's got that arcing pattern. But it would look kind of silly to just leave it like this, because it's way too open. So I thought I'd add in a little bit of interesting right there by bringing in these blocks. They don't serve a protective function, but they do serve an aesthetic function. And I will have to link up these thrusters because these two middle ones will only get fuel if these two are conveyed up to the middle ones. But we can handle that in a minute. So, I just thought about this. If I bring the whole design up, the thrusters pack will be... Okay, I got an idea. So I know I'm going to make it look more interesting. Bring it all the way left. One, 2, 3. So, there's a reason that I've sectioned it off the way I have. I want this to look a certain way, but at the same time I have to make it capable of being sealed for O2 reasons. So, this section here, that I'm going to show you by doing this, that's going to be the new height. And that section that I just lined out with those blocks is going to be the bridge. So, I just gotta figure out how to conform this design layout. So let's do that. And then this. And let's just make it match like that. So the bridge isn't going to be very tall. It's probably going to be a little cramped. Oh, that's not what I meant to place. So that's going to be what the bridge looks like initially. Let's build the bridge and then we'll build the base layer underneath it afterwards. Let's cut out these 3 corner blocks. Then let's get some energy. Let's actually refuel off of this. Which it's faster to hop in the cryopod to grab the energy. Almost there. And we're back at full energy. Let's go back out here. I could make this easier on myself and not have to use my headlamp and place some spotlights on the bottom. And I might here in a minute. So that, I like the arc that that's taking. I might take it out one more. Because that one has, actually that one has some more across it. But I like the way that this looks more. And I could continue that ribbed look. That does look snazzy. Nah, I'm not going to overdo it. Oh, wrong block. Put that there and here. I think I'll put in a window here. If I can fit it. I don't think I can fit a window here. It would be a problem. Let's actually look. Huh. Oh, I don't need a slope. Let's take a 1x1 flat. And it seems like all the slanted ones are inverted ones, so we'll probably just end up doing this. I need girders. So let's go and grab some from our nifty-difty thing. Probably should have grabbed more than just this, but... Four... I don't like the fact that's the way it is, but I'll see if next time I speak to Poke, if he can help me optimize that. I don't want the whole thing to be armor blocks, but I also don't want the whole thing to be glass. I do want it to have some sustainability in a combat situation. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's even. I am just going crazy. Because that's 3 down. That's 3 down. Yeah, I'm just going nuts. And that's all set up. And I think that's the way I'm going to set up the bridge. I'm going to tell you guys this is probably the most complex version of anything I've ever done for like a bridge or for a ship, to be completely honest. So I could do that and then bring it up one. No, I think the bridge should stand above the other stuff. And bring this out. And then let's see if that's going to feel like it's going to be big enough. That definitely feels better. I don't know if it's going to be perfect, but it's going to feel better to me. And I like the new back thruster pack design. I kind of want to make this a little more intricate. Like maybe doing something like this. And then have that. How's that look? Oh, that looks great. Okay. So let's do that. And then let's come back over here and do the same thing. And that'll look great in the end. At least I'm hoping. If it doesn't, that's going to be really saddening. That looks good to me. Fill in that hole. That side's already got the hole filled in. All that's left is to start filling blocks. Ooh, scratch my neck. And then get all these blocks placed, and then we can finish the bridge, and then we can start placing stuff on the insides so we can get this ship closer to flight worthy. And then I can button up the edges. I feel like it might have just come out the same size and I just made the upper bit a little better. And honestly, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It might have just been a mild touch-up. Actually, it looks like it's one block taller. But that might just be a personal perception and not a reality perception. I could try to... no, I want the bridge to stand out a little. I'm probably going to get shot in the face for it at some point, but I want it to stand out a little. Okay, those ones are in place. I want it to be a mixture of... Oh. I want it to be a mixture of glass and metal. As weird as that's going to sound to some people, I want the aesthetically pleasing factor mixed with the 3x2 or 3x1. With the ability to actually see, but with the defensiveness of being able to actually block an incoming round at the right angle. 1x2. I think I'll have to go with the 1x1 slope. Okay, that's not good. I don't know if that's a direction that the power flower here can hit. Let's get some of this cleared out so it's got a little clear line of sight. Whoa. I guess the power flower has got some definite line of sight now. If I get shot to death, I get shot to death. That ship is taking some heavy hits. And it seems to have ground to a halt. Well, the power flower is definitely doing its job. It is absolutely tearing that ship a new one. And that was the entirety of the reason that I built it. To tear any ships that would wish me harm a new one as they approached. And to be fair to the Reavers, I know that they're AIs. And my goodness. I don't think I can change it now. That's unfortunate. Well, there is going to be a black line at the bottom of the screen, because I can't cut that out. Let's go take a look at what they did. Oh, it does have a signal still. So let's be a little careful here. But let's go and take a little look. Okay. Yep, that thing still has guns on it. I'm out of range again. Thank you for telling me. Health may be critical, but that thing is ground to a dead stop. It's not going to get any closer. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but that is definitely bothering me with the recording, so I'm going to quickly fix that. I will be right back. And we're back. Apologies there. So, just a minor glitch. I can still see those red indicators, so that means they're still lighting it up. But the fact that it stopped and isn't able to get any closer is a testament to how strong, one, those cannons are, and two, how strong that power flower itself is. But I don't know how much power it's got. So it might shut off. Oh, it's still got a good deal of power. It's a slow charging defensive station, and it'll take 22 days to deplete it once it activates. Oh, it doesn't even have a beacon anymore. I wonder if it can shoot me still. This is probably a dangerous gambit. So let's just do this at an angle. Oh yeah, I think they shot the reactor. Because none of its engines are on anymore. What are these? Are these its reactors? Oh, crap. Those rounds are just punching. Oh, shiza. Oh, I got hit by my own round. That's funny. That's actually pretty hilarious. I'm gonna go and get my body now. Probably should be careful. Luckily my body floated free of the wreck. But you can see the rounds just flying in from that defensive station and just boring their way through this ship. It stopped this Reaver ship dead in its tracks almost a kilometer out where it was outside of its fire range. And those bigger guns have a range of 2 kilometers. The smaller ones I think have a range of 1.2 kilometers. But you can see the absolute destruction they did to this ship. They absolutely tore it apart. That's why I was not afraid of leaving my beacon on, because I trusted in that power flower to really do the work. I'm going to take this ice. And what little remains of this ship really isn't much. Like, even this jump drive is damaged beyond repair. Well, not beyond repair, but well beyond what I would repair it for. But I will take its components, because it never hurts to have extra components laying around. But this Reaver ship just went through the ringer. And it did not come out well on the other side. Oh, uranium. That's why it's always a good idea to float through these debris packs, just to see if you can find some ingots. I don't prefer to take ships normally. Normally I just blow them apart. Because taking ships can be a very dangerous endeavor, and it can be very difficult to control the situation. But if you blow it to smithereens, it's a lot easier to control, because you know exactly what's happening. There we go. There's a component that's nearly solid. Oh, it's just that it was so heavy I couldn't move it. Interesting. Some of this is still salvageable. I wonder if Poke or Blue is on right now. No? Just me. Okay. I am not going to take the time to harvest that, aside from the jump drive and uranium ingots that I just grabbed. If Blue wants to take it, it's all free game to him. So I want to take 100 of base components. Now I've got a little bit of everything to build with. That looks pretty dang good. Let's continue putting this in now that we don't have to think about the fact that there might be a Reaver closing in on us. So, and then let's take a couple of these. Let's just stick with the ones we got for right now. So what is 5? 5 is a nice, neat little corner window. I like it. But can I actually use it in this case? I can. Put that here, put that here, put that there. Now will I be able to finagle it into a position? I will. Nice. I have a feeling this is not going to come out as I'm expecting it to. Because there's going to be a gap there. Also, those two need to be inverted. So I was using 5? 1 by 1 face inverted. G. Window. One by one face. So I need to cut out the ones that are facing the wrong direction, which is this one too. Oh, crud. These windows are a lot harder to finagle than I thought they were going to be. Let's chop that one out and put this one in its place. Yeah, but that's gonna look cruddy. Well, first, let's get these back into place in the correct way. And then let's see what we can do. 6? What does 6 look like? Actually, I might be able to work with this. So that's the dark side. And I need that facing like this. Alright, so let's get this other window in place. You just do not want to go into place. Oh, that's because this one's a side. Face inverted. Then 6. I hit 5. I need 6. Haha! Bingo, bango, bongo. Not going to say the rest of that, because I just remember what the end of that sentence was. So let's get this side rigged up now that we know how to get it running properly. Oh, it has to go in last. Okay. So this side might be a little more difficult because I can't actually easily see what I'm doing. See the inverted ones here and here. And then I'll need an inverted one there. But first I need to get these two face ones done. And then... Oh, dang it. Let's go in there and correct that mistake. So before it causes some sort of damage. Now I have to make entry points. But I will worry about that conundrum here in just a minute. So, put that in. And then I need to put this on top. I don't like the fact of the way it sits, because everything else looks connected and that just looks wrong. But I do not think that I can get it in there another way. Unless... Yeah, these things are too tightly clustered. I will never be able to place it on the inside here, so I'm just going to have to live with that one.
Energy low.
I know my energy's low. I'm not going to use this one. Oh, I do not... I think I can go without that if I'm going to put the door here, because that door will seal that. Let's grab some energy. And then we'll keep going right there on the bridge and how it is going to be constructed. I wish this survival kit wasn't so slow at giving energy. The med bay chunks away at it. Alright. So we've got the door there. We're going to have to mimic this on the other side once we're done, so I'm not too concerned about putting in the windows just yet. 4. Instead of windows here, I can have these ramps. Oops, not that one. And that'll just have to be how it is. But that looks actually not too bad. I do want to like extend this a little bit to make it feel a little more prominent. I like it. Okay, so now to put the door on this side in. Oh, right, I gotta take out this. I forget that I may be in an environment with low gravity, but that does not necessarily mean I have to use no gravity. There, there. The question I have is, will this be airtight, or will I need to do this number? Actually, I kind of like it with that number on this side. Okay. I'm good with that. Feels like the gravity is a little tilted, but I think that's because this is probably a little tilted. Because this ship doesn't have a gravity generator on it yet. Oh, I really like the way that thruster pack came out. I'm going to have to round it out a little bit. Oh, I gotta use the other side for a reference. So I can put these end cappers on. Did I just see a... thought I saw a targeting reticle pop up for a second there. It went away as quickly as it appeared, so I'm not concerned. Plus that power flower defense station that I built outperformed my wildest expectations. Because I did not expect it to perform that well. I thought it would take damage in its first combat scenario. And it took absolutely no damage. So the next thing we're going to apply is going to be a shield emitter, even though it can't be powered yet. What's the bottom of this look like? This looks like armor blocks. So instead of having that there... oh, that's a problem. Okay, now I'm seeing a targeting reticle now. They're randomly trying to target something in the front end of that ship. I got an idea popping into my head. If I can only find it. I have caps lock on. Half light armor blocks. Let's place one and then see if this is gonna just... yeah, no. For all the difference it makes. Honestly. Actually, you know, I still like this idea. Oh. 9. $400 ship field emitters. Let's actually get those processing, because I know they take a little bit. Just realized that was damaged. Luckily this isn't. So let's see how quickly it's going to process that order. Actually, it's going pretty quick. Not even going to bother repairing that right now, because as soon as the ship is built, this is my new home. I won't be looking at coming back to this station. As a matter of fact, I will be cutting it apart. So that's complete. This side still needs to be finished with the blocks for the siding. And then, as far as like basic mobility goes, it still needs gyros, I believe. And then it's ready for flight. You know, if I thought about this craftily, I could have probably brought it back here and then dropped it a block. Made it a little less obvious. Probably could have. I also could have done this without this middle median here. And actually, I might still take that out. Yeah, because it's going to look better with the windows. So, 1x2. Ooh, no, it's a 1x1 slope. 1x1 slope. And then I just need the 1x1. 1x1 flat. So, let's put the 1x1 flat in. Apparently 1x1 slope is in this lineup as well. Hey, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'll take it. Now let's see how that looks. That looks really nice, actually. I like the way that turned out. I'm going to need to add more detail to the ship as I go. And I'm also going to find fittings for weapon emplacements. But I did like the way this door looked. And it is airtight. I've checked. It's a little slow on the opening and closing bit. But it is a cool door. And I might end up switching it out for something else. Or making different modifications for it eventually. So we have this whole underspace here. Which I'm going to have to use my headlamps to get a good look at. And that's going to be good for something. I haven't figured out what yet. Probably for power supplies. Rear fighter. This ought to get interesting again. We need to get the ship operational so we can actually get around. Oh, yep, he noticed. And he's on his way. But like the other one, he's probably going to be within range of the power flower long before he's in range of my base. And like the one over there just floating, dying, this one's probably going to die before it gets too terribly close. So let's take a second and actually just watch this happen. Because it'll be in range of the power flower shortly before it's in range of anything here. This isn't a very well defended position because of the fact of how far out I am away from the base. Oh, wow. They are already lighting him way up. And stuff's breaking off. And his signal's disappeared. I'm guessing the fighter, because I don't remember if the fighter's a smaller ship or a bigger ship. But I just saw a massive explosion. I need to be careful because they are still lighting it up and it just got hit a few dozen times. Reaver fighters are definitely much smaller ships. I gotta be careful how close I get, though. I don't want to get hit by one of my own Sabot rounds. Yeah, that thing was just split apart. They're no longer firing at this, so I can get a little closer. So, yeah. That thing just got ripped in 2 pieces. Power flower is serving me well. I might need to replace some of the Sabot rounds. So let's do all connected, hide empty. Oh, they still got quite a few rounds in them. I could replenish some, but I don't plan on being here too much longer past the ship's construction. And it is still under construction. It does look nearly finished, but looks can be deceiving. So I need to flush this out. It's already got a conveyor that leads into it, so I might use that factor later on and remove that thruster and the thruster that's identical to it on the bottom and the thruster there on the side, put an extra conveyor, and then put guns on those 3 emplacements as a long-term goal. But that also leaves me with 4 down, 4 up, and 4 left thrusters, and vice versa on the other side. So that's kind of a thing that's up in the air. I'm not going to make any judgment calls on that yet. I could continue that ribbing pattern. Just move that up 1 and then ribbit across the... I'm not sure how that would look, though. And it would really take away from the way that this looks. But I do have an idea forming. Ribbit down here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Dang mosquitoes.
Energy low.
So let's say this would be the end of the line. I mean, this will be for time being. So run it down there. And then actually let's pull that block. And then use one of these. And then the ribbing continued. So from here out, we'll see how this looks. I'm not super optimistic. Because looking at this now, it feels a little silly. That looks good. I actually really like the way that played out. Okay, I take it back. I may not have been optimistic at the beginning, but that actually turned out really well. And I'm banging my face on things. It's faster to go into here. Let's real quick take a check on... I haven't really burned up any of my hydrogen. Okay, surprising, but I'll take it. Alright, let's pop back out of here and get back to this ship. So, I can finish the ribbing on this, or I can work on the inside. I actually kind of want to work on the inside. I can finish the ribbing at any old time, and I'll probably do that off camera. So, I want to go with reactor power. I'm going to go with the azimuth reactors. They don't produce as much power as 100 times reactor, because that's 100 gigawatts. And these are only, like, 7 gigawatts? 7.9 gigawatts, actually. So, will that... Yeah, that'll line up below it. So, I want to mount it to here. Do I have all the components to build one of these fully? No, I don't have anywhere near the reactor components needed. So 6,500. Let me do some quick math here. 6,500 times 2 minus 482. I need 12,518 reactor components to finish these two out, which is actually something I'm going to queue up now, because that probably will take some time. And I guess I'll take the time to fix this. Oh, I need 8 motors. So let's take 10. Production. Reactor. $12,518. I think I clicked that enough times. I might not have, because it started producing before I could make a count. It's going to take a lot of resources, but I can guarantee you I have all the resources required. Just so I have enough, I'm just going to order an extra 100 because I have no idea if I got enough. So, I still need the injectors. I can't pull anything out of that, so I have to go in here to check. Actually, it's called a large. Huh, I guess I don't. I guess they're all were on board that. So I'll have to figure out how many I still need. Then I'll have to add that to the production queue. So 1, 20, 31. So 31 large hydrogen injectors for that. Oh, I should have grabbed... I'm going to grab the field emitters. I'm being ridiculous, guys. Being ridiculous. Mainly because I forgot my music. Now I know why I was feeling so antsy. There's the emitters. Now that's not going to work right now because of the fact that it does not have the required power. Ooh, well, I mean, it might have some of the required power because it's connected to that. But it does not have all the requirements needed. So, where do I want to start? I could start with putting in cargo? Yeah, actually I'm going to. So I now have 4 large cargo containers. I actually might add 1 more to either side. Ooh, I might take those out. And actually, I might just add 1 more over here and then remove 1 from over there. I'm actually going to pull this one. Because I want 2 large grid refineries in here. Alright, so I'm going to have 1,000 times upgrade cubes on it. I only have enough for 2 right now. And then I want 1 more refinery pressed up against it. So, 8. This space is going to start to feel very cramped. And these are... yeah, those are fully built. I don't have the stuff to queue up. Or I have the stuff. I don't have the wait time today to queue up the rest of the stuff for the impossibility cores. Alright, so I need... some H2O2 generators. So let's get these hooked up. I think the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to have 4 of them. Ooh, that's actually a better idea. Two of them put in like that. So, grab some conveyors. Put a junction there. Stick that there. Stick this here. And that'll be how the reactors get fuel into them. I like it. Now, is that going to turn green, though? Does that mean it's not functioning? Because this might require something a little more on par with its size. Yeah, it needed something a little more on par with its size. That there, this here. Conveyor junction, conveyor junction, conveyor tube. I'm gonna have to make a way to get from down here to the cockpit. At least I can see where the cockpit is. That gives me a little advantage. But at least I'm getting the beginnings hooked up. I think I'm gonna go grab some ice so that those tanks can start fueling up. That is not a lot of ice, but that's okay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's just something to start juicing the tanks. And we can see if that's working. Yep, it's working. Because those hydrogen engines, the second they start really getting fuel of any kind, they'll automatically kick on. Let's grab junctions. Put that here, and this there. Oh, nope, not what I meant to do. That one should kick on. And this one's not on either. There are conveyors. Those ones run all the way down the side. And, oh, these aren't completed. Well, since that can't be transferred, I'm going to take the time to stick some in the other hydrogen generator. So that side should kick on. Nice. And the back thruster pack has fully kicked on. Save for the thruster that's not finished yet. My personal quarters will be in a different section of the ship. I didn't want it to be in here because I know energy's low. Because it just felt like it wouldn't be the right place for it. So let's grab some oxygen tanks. Because I do want to store some oxygen. Ooh, that was a little bit of a pull. Okay. I know my energy's low. I'm guessing they ran out of ice. Yeah. But these are filling up, which is good, because that means when we have the air processing in... I don't want to sever that. When we have the air processing in, the oxygen buffer will be good to have. Alright guys, this is where I'm going to call it. It's been fun having you, and I hope it's something you've enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell so you get notifications whenever a new upload goes up, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.